This is one advantage of mitosis. What is that? Growth of living matter is the major function we told you. Equal distribution of chromosomes means to pass same number of chromosomes from parents to progeny. Whatever the number of chromosomes present in parents, same number of chromosomes should be passed to the progeny or daughter generation also. Then only that integration of the genetic material will be taking place. Integrity of the individual is maintained by same number of chromosomes between parents and daughter cells. Okay, so that same number of chromosomes are passed from parents to progeny with the help of mitosis. That is one advantage. And second importance is restoration of surface to volume ratio of the cell. Surface to volume ratio of the cell. What is the surface to volume ratio? If you take a cell, this cell has a cell surface. What is the surface? How much surface is there? Based on that, what is the volume inside the cell? That is maintained by mitosis only. That means, if cell is increasing size, if cell is increasing in its size, means its surface area will increase. Surface area increase means its volume, cell volume should also be increased. Okay, that is the importance. What happens normally, if you see small cell and large cell, that you can understand. Small cell has greater amount of surface. Small cell has greater value of surface to volume. Okay, whereas large cells have less amount or lesser value of surface to volume. How means, see now, see how means, suppose take a large cell. This is a cell. Here this surface area is there and it has a particular volume. But if you take small cells, I mean same area I am taking, this is a large cell, I am taking 3 cells, I mean more small cells which give same size of the larger cell. This is single cell, this has this size. And different cells I am taking to this size. Okay, if you compare this is the surface area present in the large cell. But if you see small cells have a surface area here, 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 and this side also, this surface also is added. So surface area for small cell is more in a tissue when compared to large cells. So small cells have greater value of surface to volume ratio, so that small cells are metabolically more active. Small cells are metabolically more active. That is one advantage of the mitosis. That is one advantage of the mitosis. Small cells have larger ratio, I mean more ratio of surface to volume, whereas larger cells have small value or lesser value of surface to volume ratio. So that larger cells are metabolically less active, whereas small cells are metabolically more active. Okay, why? Because if this surface to volume ratio is increased, that means more surface area is there, means then transport of oxygen, carbon dioxide, diffusion, water transport, osmosis, they will become easy. Surface area is more means transport will be more effective. That's why small cells as they have more surface to volume ratio, small cells are metabolically more active because they have higher rates of transportation, diffusion, gaseous exchange, etc. Next, maintaining nucleocytoplasmic index. Nucleocytoplasmic index means the ratio between nucleoplasm plus cytoplasm. Here, ratio between nucleoplasm and cytoplasm. What is nucleoplasm? The fluid which is present inside that is called as nucleoplasm. Okay? Whereas cytoplasm is total cellular fluid is called as this one. What? Cytoplasm. Normally this nucleoplasm is given as volume of nucleus, which is nuclear volume divided by cell volume minus nuclear volume. In a cell, there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, there is nucleoplasm. What is the volume of this nucleoplasm? That is this one, what we can say Vn, or volume of nucleus. Okay? And cell volume minus nuclear volume means this is the total cell volume. From this cell volume, if we remove this nuclear volume, remaining except the nucleus, the total part of the nucleus is called as cell volume or cytoplasmic volume, we can say. The maintenance of this nuclear volume, cytoplasmic volume is very important. This is very important because size of the cell is maintained with the help of this. Size of cell maintained with NP index, nucleocytoplasm index, or nucleoplasmic index or nucleocytoplasmic index, we can say. NP means nucleoplasm, NP index, nucleoplasmic index, which is also called as nucleocytoplasmic index. Okay? Increase in the size of cell is described with the help of this one. What's nucleoplasmic index? Then, next advantage of mitosis. Cell repair. Cell repair is another function or another important property of the mitosis. Here, if any cells are wounded cells or damaged cells, wounded means if any injuries are taken place, or damaged cells. Damaged means even cancerous cells or some other cells. They are replaced with original cells by mitosis. What mitosis is doing means, when in body a part of the tissue is damaged or wounded, in that place damaged cells are eliminated, that dead cells are removed. In the place of the dead cells, new cells are restored, replaced. Dead cells are replaced with original functioning cells. This is called as cell repair. Okay, especially like skin, epithelium, some type of RBC, they are majorly wounding or damaging. That cells are replaced with the functional cells by mitosis. Normally RBC, RBC, what is taking place for RBC? RBC cells will die within 120 days. Lifespan of RBC is 120 days. After 120 days, each and every RBC will die. Even one side there is death of RBC, that new RBC are being formed on another side. Okay, like this. And in unicellular organisms, mitosis carries reproduction. Mitosis carries reproduction in unicellular organisms. Yeah, what is that? Removed cell stored in. Yeah. Removed cell stored. No, not stored. That may be eliminated from the body, or it may be lysed. Damaged cells are there means the damaged cells may be broken down, completely lysed, like suicidal bags of the cell. They are responsible for intracellular digestion. All cellular contents may be dead cells, they may be broken down completely. Okay. Here in unicellular organisms, mitosis is responsible for reproduction. How reproduction means, what happens in unicellular organisms? One cell is there means that cell will divide into two. 2 will divide into 4. 4 will divide into 8. For every generation of mitosis, there is increase in the number of cells. So that in unicellular organisms, it is responsible for reproduction. And it is responsible for regeneration of lost parts. If any body part is lost, that body parts may be regenerated again. And it is responsible for grafting, vegetative propagation. What is vegetative propagation means? From any plant part, there is a development of another full plant. That is the type of asexual reproduction, that is called as vegetative propagation. Bryophyllum leaf, from bryophyllum leaf there is development of complete plant of bryophyllum. That is the type of vegetative propagation. In that vegetative propagation, mitosis is responsible for development of a complete new plant or individual. Grafting means cutting off a part from one body and attaching on another part. That is grafting. Even in humans also we do, like surgeries, plastic surgery, transplantation methods. The transplantation is like grafting. That is also carried. Okay. And in multicellular organisms, it is responsible for growth. First point I told you that only. Okay. These are some importances or significances of mitosis. Note down this. Complete?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And how to calculate the number of cells produced in mitosis? Suppose formula for mitosis. Mitosis formula is very simple only. Mitosis formula is 2 power n. 2 power n. Here we can write x is equal to 2 power n. X is equal to here what? X is equal to number of cells formed from mitosis, and n is equal to number of mitotic cycles. Number of cycles of mitosis. How many mitotic generations? Mitotic cycles or mitotic generations taken place. Suppose if mitotic division, 3 generations are taken place. 3 generations taken place means how we can write? Then 2 power 3 we can write. 8 cells will be formed upon 3 generations. 2 power n is equal to number of generations or number of cycles I told you. How means see here? This is 1. Okay? 1 cell upon division it will divide into 2. This is first generation. And in second generation means 2 power n, 2 power 2. Second generation 4 cells will form. In next generation, third generation, 8 cells will form. Each and every cell is dividing in next generation. This is the third generation. By third generation, there is formation of 8 daughter cells. So here x is equal to number of daughter cells produced and n is equal to number of mitotic cycles or mitotic generations. And number of divisions is different, number of cycles is different. I will tell you the difference. See now, here I will give you a question. How many cells are formed? How many cells are formed from mitosis from single cell after 10 generations? After 10 generations, how many cells will be formed? To find that, simply x is equal to 2 power n I told you. X is equal to number of cells. 2 power n means 2 power 10. 2 power 10 is equal to 1024. So 1024 cells will be formed. This is this question, okay. Next, same question. How many cells are formed from mitosis from single cell after 10 divisions? After 10 divisions, how many cells will be formed? I am not asking generations. I am asking about 10 divisions. See here, how many cells are formed here? 8 cells. To produce 8 cells, how many divisions are required? This is 1 division, 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 this is 1 division. So 8 cells are produced upon 7 divisions. So 8th division means 1 more cell, 9 cells will form. 9 divisions means 10 cells will form. Yes or no? 10 divisions means 11 cells will form. See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now how many daughter cells are there? These are not now. These are parental cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 cells are possible. Understand? So question, based on the question you need to answer. If a question came, how many cells are possible after mitotic generations means, then you can apply that formula, 2 power n formula of mitosis. Number of divisions means, suppose 99 divisions taken place means 100 cells will form. That's all. 1000 cells are formed from 999 divisions. Why? Because one cell is there, one division taken place means one cell will divide into 2. One division, 2 cells. Yes? Now one more division. One more division means this is one division, 2 divisions. 2 divisions means 1, 2, 3. 3 cells. Suppose here one more division means 1, 2, third division. Third division means here 1, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. By number of divisions, there is increase in the number of cells by 1. Suppose how many mitotic divisions are required to produce 125 cells? How many mitotic divisions are required to produce 125 cells means?
Sir, 124 division.
124 divisions. How many cycles? How many cycles means then answer will be changed. Okay? How many cycles? Apply the 2 power n formula. I am poor at mathematics. I told you x is equal to 2 power n. How to find this n? What is the formula for this n? From this equation, from this formula, x is equal to 2 power n. N is equal to what? From this formula. Can anyone? Here, x 125, I told you, 125 or 124? 124, suppose. 124. Suppose I will take a accurate number 8, 16, 128. 128 cells are produced in how many divisions? X is equal to 2 power n. Here x value, you know what is x? 128 is x. Then how to find this n? Anyone? Formula. N is equal to 7, that we know. N is equal to 7, that we can write log 128 base 2 na. Okay. Log 128 base 2. Log values we need to apply. That's why I told you. I am poor in mathematics. Not poor, but once upon a time I studied mathematics. Now I can't remember that values. So here n is equal to 7 generations are required. That means to produce 128 cells from a single cell, how many generations of mitosis are required? 7 generations. How many mitotic divisions are required? 127 divisions are required. Okay? Then I will give one more problem. For every generation, what will happen? One cell is there means by one generation it will become 2. 2 will become 4. 4 will become 8. 8 will become 16. 32 like that. For every generation there is increasing. Suppose take a question, another question. A cup of bacteria. A cup of bacteria is growing. A cup of bacteria is growing. And its division, suppose take that bacteria E. coli, is taking around 20 minutes. It is taking around 20 minutes. In the cup bacteria cells are growing. Okay. how much are, first see how many, then we will see how much. How many generations are needed to fill cup from half to full? A cup is taking in that bacteria are growing. Now in this cup, half of the cup is filled with bacteria. To multiply that bacteria number into full cup, how many generations or how many mitotic divisions, how many generations are required? Anyone? Whatever the number of generations here, suppose here one bacterial cell is there. This bacterial cell is increasing its number, finally it reaches half. What I told you, for every generation it will double. Half is there means the next generation remaining half will be filled. Only one generation. Yes, very good, Sumedha. One generation. A single generation is required. To complete from one cell to first half, it may need more number of generations. From single cell to fill this half cup, it may need more number of generations or more number of mitotic divisions. But remaining half cup will fill at only one time. That is this point. Suppose to fill this entire cup of this bacteria, a cup of bacteria is, suppose it is filling in 20 hours. It is filling in 20 hours, and how much time? Division time is 20 minutes. One cell division time, I mean bacterial division, one bacteria will divide into two bacteria in 20 minutes. But to fill from one cell to half cup, it took around 20 hours of time. Then how much time to fill half to full? Division time is 20 minutes. Okay. From one cell to complete half of the cup, it took around 20 hours. 31. One cell is there. From this one cell to half cup, it took around 20 hours. Remaining half cup to full cup to fill it, how much time is required? Yeah, 20 minutes. Same strategy. Division time is 20 minutes. Half cup is already filled. Next 20 minutes means division time. So next 20 minutes, every cell will divide, multiply. So each and every cell of half cup is divided means then total cup will be filled with bacteria. That is the point. Understand? Okay? Right. Can I erase the board? Yes. This is about process of mitosis and importance of mitosis. Next type of cell division. Meiosis, which is also called reductional division. Why this called reductional division means by meiosis there is a decrease in the number of the chromosome. Number of chromosomes is decreased to half by meiosis. That's why it is called as meiotic division or reductional division, which is also called as heterotypic division. Heterotypic division because the daughter cells which are formed by meiosis are not identical to parents. Suppose what is the importance of meiosis? First we will see one. Normally during reproduction meiosis is taking place for gamete formation. Suppose one cell is there which is 2n. So by meiosis there is formation of n gametes. Gametes have haploid nature when compared to diploid parents. Diploid parent will produce haploid gametes, you know. Why haploid gametes are produced by meiosis means, suppose this is one gamete, this is one gamete. So one gamete combines with another gamete upon fertilization. This gamete has haploid, this gamete has haploid number of chromosomes. Finally, a zygote will be formed. That zygote has diploid number of chromosomes. So, by meiosis, ploidy of the parents is decreased to half in gametes. Then gametes fuse together and form a zygote that restores the original ploidy of the parents. Suppose if gametes are formed without meiosis means what will happen? Here 2n is there, 2n, gametes will also get 2n, then this gamete combined with another 2n gamete means 2n means then zygote will become 4n. See here, if meiosis is not taking place during reproduction or gamete formation, there may be a chance of increase in the ploidy of the zygote. So that meiosis is taking place. Okay. Here it is taking place in sexually reproducing organisms. It takes place in sexually reproducing organisms only, where sexual reproduction, true sexual reproduction and fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote, where that process is there only this is taking place. Okay, and here it retains number of chromosomes from generation to generation. From one generation to next generation, same number of chromosomes, where 2n, again 2n, that is maintained generation to generation. So this is very responsible for stability, especially genetic stability of the organism is maintained by the meiosis. Okay. So that if chromosome is not reduced to half in gametes, then there may be increase in the zygote number. I told you 2n, n became, then zygote will become 2n. Otherwise, gamete is also 2n means 2n gamete combines with 2n gamete and zygote will become 4n. So that there is an increase in the chromosome number. Okay. Right. Next point. During fertilization, gametes fuse and form zygote. Gametes fuse and form zygote, which can increase the number of chromosomes. It It is during fertilization, gametes fuse to form zygotes. Gametes fuse to form zygotes, which can increase the number of chromosomes. Which can increase the number of chromosomes. This can be reduced to half. This can be reduced to half by meiosis. Next point. If the chromosome number is not reduced to half, if the chromosome number is not reduced to half in gametes, if the number of chromosomes is not reduced to half in gametes, then number of chromosomes will double in each generation. Number of chromosomes will double in each generation. Thus, meiosis ensures production of haploid phase during sexual reproduction. Production of haploid phase during sexual reproduction. Next. August Weismann studied mitosis first in animals. In animal cells, mitosis was first studied by August Weismann in animal cells. Sorry, mitosis, not meiosis. Meiosis. Then in plant cells, it was studied by Strasburger. Strasburger studied meiosis in plant cells. How meiosis is taking place in plant cells, it was studied. Okay, in the year 1887, 1888, and the term meiosis term was given by scientists named Farmer and Murray. Farmer and Moore. These two scientists gave the term meiosis. And next, if we see about the meiosis. Yeah. See, is the voice clear now? Is the voice clear? Yeah. I think you copied this. See now, this is some important points I will do now. There are three types of meiocytes. Meiosis is divided into three types based on the type of the cell taking place, and meiosis takes place in a cell. Which cell is taking place meiosis? That cells are called as meiocytes. One cell is dividing. This cell is producing haploid cells by meiosis. The parental cell in which meiosis is taking place, that cell is called as a meiocyte. And this meiosis is of three types. Three types based on meiocytes. What is the meiocyte? What is the meiocyte? Whether it is zygote or whether it is a spore or spore mother cell, like that. Based on the type of meiocytes, this meiosis is divided into three types. See one by one. First one is zygotic meiosis. Zygotic meiosis, which is also called initial meiosis. Zygotic or initial meiosis. Okay. Here, what happens here means diploid zygotes. Diploid zygotes undergoes meiosis. Diploid zygote is undergoing meiosis. Then there is formation of haploid thallus or haploid embryo. Usually haploid thallus is formed. Especially how it is taking place means, see, observe this clearly. Normally parental cell is haploid 1n. Normally where it is taking place means thallophytes. Thallophytes means lower algae. In the members of lower algae, it is taking place. Thallophyta member. Here, 1n condition is there. By meiosis, is it possible to bring a cell to 2 half n? I mean, what is meiosis? Reduction division. 2n will become 1n. Ploidy is decreased to half. Ploidy or chromosome number is reduced to half. That is meiosis, I told you. Is there any chance to decrease 1n to half n? Half n means half chromosome is not possible. Again, Pakka. No, clear only. Is the board not clear? Is the voice not clear? Yeah, clear, sir. Yeah, clear only. Yeah, clear. Okay, 1n is there means 1n is not possible to reduce to half n. Chromosome breakage, half chromosome will not possible. So what happens? This is a parent. This parent will produce gamete also by mitosis. Actually, by mitosis there is a formation of gamete. So 1n will be there. 1n means this gamete n, another gamete n. Both will combine to give a zygote. This zygote is now in 2n, but parental cell is in haploid condition. Now the zygote undergoes meiosis and produce haploid thallus. 1n condition thallus is produced in thallophytes, lower algae. Zygote is undergoing. Zygote is undergoing. That's why it is called as initial. What is the first cell of life? First cell of life is zygote. Life of an organism begins with zygote. Our life started from the zygote. Upon fertilization, our zygote was formed. From the zygote only, embryo, fetus, everything was developed. That is first one. Then sporic meiosis. Sporic means which is called as intermediate. Sporic meiosis. What is sporic meiosis means? In higher plants, it is observed. Okay. Here, last cell of sporophytic generation. Last cell of sporophytic generation. What is that? We call spore mother cell. Spore mother cell undergoes spore mother cell. Cell means undergoes meiosis and produce haploid spores. Haploid spores are produced by the meiosis from spore mother cell. Okay, like pollen mother cell undergoes pollen grain. Pollen is a microspore or male spore, Megaspore mother cell is there that will produce a female spore called as megaspore. In lower standards, you may study spore mother cell. That spore mother cell undergoes meiosis and produces these spores. That is called as sporic meiosis. It is seen in higher plants. Higher plants, even some animals also. This is second type of meiosis, which is called as intermediate. See here, normally gametes are produced normally, I told you, but here directly gametes are not produced, spores are produced. Third one is gametic meiosis or terminal meiosis. Gametic meiosis, which is also called terminal stage of meiosis. Here, gamete mother cell. What are that gamete mother cells means? Spores only. Spores undergo meiosis and produce haploid gametes. This is called as gametic meiosis. This is taking place in animals. Gametic meiosis is seen in animals. That means zygotic meiosis is one, sporic meiosis is one, gametic meiosis is one. Means in one organism all three types are not possible. Any one of three types is taking place in one organism. One organism shows any one of three types. Suppose here in lower algae, algae like thallophytes, even some bryophytes also, where thallophyta are there. In them only zygotic meiosis, no sporic meiosis, no gametic meiosis. Whereas in higher plants and some other embryophytes also, embryophytes like pteridophytes, in some embryophytes and higher plants, sporic meiosis is only taking place, no gametic or no zygotic. Okay? Then whereas in animals, gametic meiosis is taking place. See here, why that initial, intermediate and terminal terms are given is, if you see life cycle, zygote is there. In normal plants, zygote will develop into sporophytes. Sporophyte will give spores or something. Then it will develop into gametes. Gamete fuse together and give zygote. Gamete is usually forming gametophyte, then they fuse and zygote. Life cycle of the plant we will see later in another lesson. This is the life cycle. In this life cycle, some members show meiosis here. At this stage, meiosis is seen in some members. That type of meiosis where it is taking place here, that is called as zygotic meiosis. Where meiosis is taking place at this stage in some plants, that type of meiosis where it is taking place here, that is called as sporic meiosis. Whereas here, this here, if meiosis is taking place here in this stage, then it is called as gametic meiosis or terminal. This is the initial stage of the life. This is intermediate or middle stage of the life. This is the end stage of the sporophyte. Like that. That's why it is called like that. Okay? Suppose zygotic meiosis is taken place, means then there is no sporic meiosis or gametic meiosis. Sporic meiosis is there, means then there is no other one. Okay? That is 3 types of meiosis. Before going to meiosis in detail, just see some important features of meiosis for better understanding. What happens in mitosis? Mitosis, one daughter cell will divide into one parental cell. 2n is there, means 2n like that it will divide. But in meiosis, one parental cell with 2n condition is there, means that will divide into 4 haploid cells. 4 haploid cells. We told you already what happens. First, interphase is there, G1, S, G2, then M phase. In S phase, what happens? DNA synthesis will take place. By DNA synthesis, this 2n condition will become 4C. I told you. That 4C means each chromosome has a copy number. That 4C condition will be divided into 4C is there now. 4C will divide into later N. 1N to 1 cell. 1N. 4 chromosomes will get separated into 4 individual daughter cells. That is meiosis. Here, what are the features which are taking place in that process? Is nucleus divides once. Sorry, not nucleus. Nucleus divides twice, but chromosomes once. Chromosome division is taking place once, but nucleus division is taking place 2 times. If you see the mechanism, then we can see. Here, where chromosome division is taking place, during M plate, spindle fiber will attach to metaphase plate. There is separation of chromosomes. That is what we are calling division. Separation of chromosomes taking place twice in meiosis. Sorry. Separation of chromosomes taking place once in meiosis, but 2 times nuclear division takes place. Okay? Here, meiosis takes place after S phase. Meiosis takes place after DNA replication in S phase. I already told you, in S phase, amount of DNA will be multiplied, so that the increased number of DNA will be taken equally into 4 daughter cells and equally distributes to 4 daughter cells. The DNA will be equally distributed to 4 daughter cells by the meiosis. That is one. And here in mitosis, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, simply we saw. But here, chromosomal recombination takes place. Chromosomal pairing, binding of chromosomes each other, and exchange of DNA takes place from one chromosome to another chromosome. From one chromosome to another chromosome, there is exchange of DNA. That exchange of DNA is called as recombination. Chromosomal recombination takes place in meiosis. But in mitosis, there is no exchange of DNA or binding of chromosome is not there. But in meiosis, there is binding of chromosomes and exchange of DNA. That is giving genetic recombination. And 4 haploid daughter cells are formed. And each with 1/4 of DNA to its parent cell. I told you, what is the parent cell here? 4C is there, means that 4C will be divided into 1N, 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 1N. That means 1C will become 1N here. So 4 are here, 1, 1. 1 here, but parent cell has a 4. So 1/4 of its parental DNA is present in each and every daughter cell. Each and every daughter cell has 1/4 of DNA to its parent. 4 haploid daughter cells are formed in meiosis. Four haploid daughter cells are formed. Okay. Now, this meiosis is again divided into 2 major stages. Very complicated process it is. Meiosis is divided into meiosis 1, meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 again divided into karyokinesis 1, cytokinesis 1. Karyokinesis means 1 means first nuclear division. Nuclear division 1, cytoplasmic division 1. Meiosis 2 is again divided into karyokinesis 2 and cytokinesis 2. Karyokinesis 1 is there, no? That is again divided into prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Karyokinesis 2 is again divided into prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2. But prophase 1 is there. Prophase 1 is again divided into leptotene, zygotine, pachytene, diplotene, diakinesis. Leptotene, zygotine, pachytene, diplotene, diakinesis. That means if you take a cell, what is the order of events means interface is there, na? Interface will be there for around how much? G1, yes, G2. Interface will be there. After this interface, what is the order of events means? First, karyokinesis 1. Karyokinesis 1 is again divided into prophase 1, metaphase 1. Prophase 1 again divided into leptotene. That means first leptotene, zygotine, pachytene, diplotene, diakinesis. Then metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. After that, cytokinesis 1. After that, karyokinesis 2 will begin. Karyokinesis again, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2. Then, this is up to this one, telophase 2 means, again, cytokinesis 2, then G0, again G1. This is the order of events taking place in meiosis. Meiosis is divided into meiosis 1, meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 involves first nuclear division followed by first cytoplasmic division. Meiosis 2 involves second nuclear division and second cytoplasmic division. Okay, first nuclear division is karyokinesis 1, first cytoplasmic division is cytokinesis 1. Similarly, karyokinesis 2 and cytokinesis 2. These are together called meiosis 2. This karyokinesis 1 is again divided into prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Here, how they are divided means pro, meta, ana and telo based on the behavior of chromosome. Just as in mitosis. Prophase, condensation of chromosomes, disappearance of Golgi, vacuole, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus. Prophase. Metaphase, formation of metaphase plate, settling of chromosomes at center of the cell. Anaphase means separation of the chromosomes to opposite poles. Telophase means reappearance of Golgi, endoplasmic reticum, nucleolus. That reappearance, nuclear formation, that is the telophase. Here prophase one, based on the chromosome behavior, they are again divided like this. Here like that once, see I told you, chromosome divides twice. Here chromosomal division 1, chromosome division 2. That's meiosis. Chromosome divides, sorry. Chromosome division is once only. Nuclear division is taking 2 times. Karyokinesis 1, karyokinesis 2. 2 nuclear divisions and 1 cytoplasmic division. 2 cytoplasmic divisions are also there. 2 nuclear divisions, but chromosomes will divide 1. If we go to the mechanism, then we can understand. Okay. Already time is 11:23, 11:22. 11:22 is the time. I will start now. I will stop now. We'll continue in next class.